Hi, I'm Sanda, and welcome to my cozy corner. This is my cozy corner in my home. Now, I do rent this place. I don't own it, but it is my cozy little place. And being here and having this space has reminded me of so many places I've had so far. I've moved about 16 times, I believe. I've tried many different things so far. There's one thing I see that's really important, and that is grounding, making something your sanctuary. Even if the place is yours, or if it's rented, or if it's borrowed, or whatever the circumstances may be, if you live on a boat, in a tiny house, in your car, in a yurt, in a gorgeous house, a rented place, in your high school bedroom, in your parents' home, with your grandmother, whatever the situation may be, it's important to have a soothing corner, which is your safe place. And that may even be a wall or a shelf, or it can be an actual room or the entire home. It's important to create a nurturing environment for yourself because then that supports you. And whenever you come there, you feel good. I always wanted a fireplace, and just having it makes me feel good. When I feel like it, just going here to make a fire in the fireplace makes me feel good. So this place makes me feel good. And it's also good when you get to choose what things you want to put in your space. You can make some adjustments to make it better and to make it work for you. And you can do it with color, you can do it with pillows or with paint or with some pictures or with a rug. There are things you can do, and oftentimes you'd be surprised if you just think out of the box and if you think creatively, you will find that you can make adjustments and make a space work better for you with what you already got. Usually, it's not really a big or expensive thing that you need to do to make the space work better for you. But why is that so important? We all know that we sometimes, just for inspiration, Google on and look at all those nice photos of interior design spaces on Pinterest or Instagram or YouTube or wherever. Whether it's that house in Bali or Thailand or a luxury home with the ocean view, or if it's a wooden cottage in Scandinavia with a fireplace, something inspires you when you look at those spaces. And that's because you would like to be there. Because our soul lives in this body, our temple, in our home, which is this roof over our heads on the earth. We are spiritual and material. Despite maybe arguing that everything around us is energy, still, when it's not yet all that atomic, subatomic particles level, still we live in certain spaces and we look at certain colors and things and all those wavelengths around us. And those things, they talk to us, they give us messages. If it's messy or chaotic, it may tell us, oh, you're not good enough, you're messing everything up again. If you see some things from people you don't really like, maybe you see a lot of, oh, I have to, or I should, or I must. So things kind of give subconscious messages to you. They activate things in you. So it's important to live in a space that makes you feel better, that supports you, that motivates you, because then you'll feel better in that space, and then you'll have more energy for your life and you'll be happier and more fulfilled. I studied design and I have a degree in design, and what I've seen throughout my life is that the same design principles I've been taught at the university can be implemented on different aspects of your everyday life, of your business, of your relationships, of yourself. So you can design yourself, work on yourself. You can design your relationships, you can design your home, you can design your life. And that's what we are, but we often forget it, that we are creators and we are designers of our life. And we make it every day through the choices we make, through the identity we tell ourselves is ours, and through those beliefs we keep reaffirming. But in the same way, we would redecorate our space or change it completely, we can do it for ourselves. And usually it does go hand in hand. Those inner changes and outer changes, they do affect one another. That's why there are things like Feng Shui. I haven't always been super excited about the spaces I live in because I generally be messy, or the creative chaos would come in, or I would not have my own space. Throughout the time, I saw that it's really, really important to appreciate everything you've got and work with what you have right now. And also to keep going forward and to create whatever it is that makes you feel good, even in a small amount, even if it's a little candle with a little inspiring note that makes you feel good. Something that will be your safe space when you look at it, something that will make you feel good, remind you of where you are going and who you are, and it will ground you. I am working on that daily as well, but today I did sit on this couch and got inspired to make this video because I took a little space in my busy day. And I took a little space to just breathe and look around and sit down. And then I remembered, wow, I've accomplished a lot. I've made progress from where I was to where I am now. And the old me from way back then, 15 years ago, didn't have this. Didn't maybe see this as a possibility. You never know how your life will develop because higher power works in mysterious ways. However you are where you should be, and make the most of it. Appreciate it and plan for the future, but live in the now. Appreciate everything you've got and appreciate your little home, whatever it is, and make it happy and make it work for you. When I moved for the first time and I started living with roommates, I felt like I didn't really have anything of my own, and this place and this country was so new. I didn't really understand the language. The people were so cold, those that I lived with. I felt so lonely and I couldn't breathe and I couldn't even eat on my own. When there was a meal on my own, I would just start crying and I couldn't eat without crying. I didn't have that safety or that home feeling. And it's very, very important to create that little home feeling for ourselves wherever we are. You know how some people just feel like home? Be that home for yourself and make that home for yourself. And that will pass. If it's not the most happiest moment of your lives at the moment, if it's a challenging moment you're living through, and if you can't really cope with it very well, I do want to make a couple of videos which I hope will give you some soothing and some comfort and some company, because I've been there and I know how bad it can get. But then again, there is the other side, and I'm here on the other side, and you'll be on the other side as well. And in the meantime, put a couple of nice photos up on the wall, something that inspires you, something that you will focus on, which represents where you're going, what motivates you, what gives you safety, what inspires you, what makes you feel happy you're alive. Because just being here, just being alive, you've already won. It's such a blessing. We are winners just by the fact that we're here now. So always remember that. Thank you for spending this time with me online, and I wish you a gorgeous, 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 wonderful day. See you next time.